Welcome to Madison's 2020 Virtual Veterans Day Assembly.
Bienvenidos todos a esta presentación para reconocer a un grupo especial. Este grupo se ha dedicado a proteger la vida y los derechos de todos en este país. Estoy hablando de los veteranos. Gracias por su servicio a este país. Por favor, disfruten esta presentación en su honor. Welcome everyone to this presentation to recognize a special group. This group has dedicated their time to protect the lives and rights of everyone in the country we live in. I am talking about the veterans. Thank you for your service to this country. Please enjoy this presentation in your honor. Thank you.
Stand for the pledge to the flag. Please say the pledge along with Feliz Perfecto Hernandez. You should remain standing for the Star-Spangled Banner.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Juro lealtad a la bandera de los Estados Unidos de América y la república la cual representa una nación bajo Dios, indivisible, con libertad y justicia para todos.
Please stay standing and sing along with Miss Lund perform the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed in the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we walked.
suited, next time we will all watch the video explaining what is a veteran.
Thank you, veterans. What is a veteran? A veteran is someone who has served in the armed forces. Every U.S. veteran has served in one of the 5 branches of the armed forces: the Army, the Marine Corps, the Navy, the Air Force, and the Coast Guard. Each branch has a different job to do. For example, the Army mostly works on land. The Air Force works in the sky. People in the Air Force fly planes and helicopters. People in the Navy, the Marines, and the Coast Guard all spend a lot of time at sea. But they can have other jobs too. For example, some people in the Navy fly jets. The branches are separate, but they often work together. They might work as a team to rescue someone who is hurt at sea. The President of the United States is in charge of all the branches. Under the Constitution, the President is the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. On November 11th, we celebrate Veterans Day. We honor men and women who have served in the armed forces. We honor veterans because they trained hard to do their jobs. Some were medics and helped people who were hurt. Some drove tanks. And some people even worked on submarines. All of them were brave. You might know a veteran. Maybe someone in your family or in your neighborhood is a veteran. We can say thank you to veterans every day of the year. But Veterans Day is an especially great time to do it. Thank you, veterans.
Thank you, veterans. Next time we will all sing. Please sing along to This Is My Country.
This is my country, land of my birth. This is my country, grandest on earth. I pledge thee my allegiance, America of the world. For this is my country, to have and to hold. This is my country, land of my choice. This is my country, hear my proud voice. I pledge thee my allegiance, America of the world. For this is my country, to have and to hold.
Next, we will hear from veterans whose family members are Madison Wildcats.
Hello everyone, thank you for having me today. My name is Wes Hurlbut, and I have a daughter Avery Hurlbut who is in the 1st grade. I also have a son Cole who is in preschool, but will be attending Madison soon. I have been asked to speak today because I served in the military. I descend from a long line of United States military service members, and I am proud and humbled to have been able to serve myself. I was enlisted in the Navy and spent most of my service on board the USS Abraham Lincoln, which is a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. An aircraft carrier is basically a mini floating city with thousands of sailors, hundreds of aircraft, multiple cafeterias, a laundromat, general store, a barbershop, and even a post office. I was an electrician on the boat and was responsible for maintaining electrical equipment in the aviation fuels division. One of my favorite parts of being on the boat was being able to watch the aircraft launch off the aircraft carrier with the help of steam-powered catapults. The seas can be rough at times, and even a huge boat like an aircraft carrier can sway back and forth during rough waters. I remember my office chair had wheels and would go from one end of the office to the other and back. Some of my shipmates did not like the motion and would become seasick. My time in the Navy was memorable because of the life skills I learned and the beautiful foreign places I was able to visit. But most importantly, it was the people I met. The United States military is composed of people from every U.S. state and every U.S. territory. From California to New York, from Washington to Florida, from Guam to Puerto Rico, every U.S. citizen from every background, all coming together to work towards a common goal. I'm glad my children will be able to attend Madison with its diverse and caring group of students and staff. No matter what you choose to do as a grown-up, every single one of you can make a positive impact in your community. It was an honor to have been able to serve in the United States Navy, and it was a privilege to speak to you all today. Thank you all for your time, and be well.
Hello, Madison. Happy Veterans Day. My name is Wes George, and I am Sydney George's father. And I was in the United States Navy Seabees construction battalions from 1988 to 1994. It was during this time that I made several deployments, and on one of those deployments was to Saudi Arabia during the Gulf War in support of Operation Desert Shield and Desert Storm. The battalion I was with was NMCB 40, or Naval Mobile Construction Battalion 40, and we were tasked with maintaining the roads, building strongback tents and field galleys in support of the Marines. One of the field galleys that we had built, President George Bush came over at a later time and had Thanksgiving dinner. For this Veterans Day, I like to remember two veterans that are close to me, one being my grandfather, Roy George, and my father, Clark George. Now, Roy George, he joined the Marines back in 1920 to 1922, and he was stationed on board the USS Seattle. The USS Seattle was a flagship of the Navy fleet at that time, and also one of the last cold-burning ships in that era. Here's a picture of the Marines on board that boat. I remember my grandfather telling me when they get underway, the soot and ash would come down all over the decks and bright work on that boat. And the crew would spend the majority of their time scrubbing and polishing and cleaning those decks, keeping that boat looking shipshape. One of the things I do have is my grandfather's Marine Corps belt. And what he did is he wrote all the protocols that he made while he was on board. So he traveled from Seattle, San Diego, through the Panama Canal, and eventually back to New York and various other places in between. And my father, Clark George, he joined the Navy in 1960, and later he ended up joining the Explosive Ordnance Disposal as an EOD tech. He was stationed on the Coral Sea during the Vietnam War and also on land from 66 to 67. Being an EOD tech, he got to jump out of airplanes, parachuting, learn to scuba dive, and they would disarm ordnance as necessary. He traveled the world extensively and retired in 1986.
Hi, my name's Kaloe Clark. I'm Finn Park's dad. I fly jets out of Oak Harbor, Washington, those loud jets that fly over. This is some of the stuff I wore to work today. I'll go ahead and pop it off so I can talk to you guys. But I wanted to tell you about how great the job is, how much I've loved serving in the Navy for 22 years. The great people I get to work with, and what a great privilege it is to serve our country, both here in the United States and when I deploy overseas. Today's a special day that we get to celebrate those people that have done this service for our nation. And I'm sure you're going to hear from some other great Americans who have a connection to Mount Vernon and to Madison. My son loves being at Madison, loves, even though it's a funny year, loves his new teachers, Miss Kelly and Senora Chilcote. And I'm proud of him, and I'm also proud to serve our country, and I hope you guys get to learn a little bit about military service on this holiday. Okay, bye.
Good morning, Madison Elementary. I am Aviation and Electronics Technician, Chief Petty Officer Mario Humberto Silva, United States Navy. I'm currently forward deployed to the PACOM AOR, stands for Pacific Command Area Responsibility with 7th Fleet. I have the honor of leading 37 members out here doing a reconnaissance mission with the mighty EP aircraft behind me. And just say thank you for your continued support and for honoring us. I want to give a shout out to my sons, Sebastian Silva, Castian Silva, and their friends, Kai Ryan, Mason McGee, Little Sebby, Kingston, and Beckett. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Krista Brown. I served in the United States Navy. I'd like to thank everyone out there who's serving our country. I'd also like to extend a thank you to their families. It's your wives, husbands, and children that give our servicemen and women the courage it takes to put that uniform on every day. So thank you, God bless you, and happy Veterans Day. Bye.
Hello, Madison students. How's everyone doing today? My name is Glenn Hunter, and I am Annika Hunter's father. I served 20 years in the United States Navy as a naval air crewman flying combat reconnaissance flights as an electronic warfare operator. I would do it all over again. What I want to talk about today is Veterans Day. Veterans Day is a day to remember all of the veterans that are out there and all the veterans that have served and some of the veterans that didn't make it back. So we can maintain our way of life, so we can vote, so we can make good decisions, so you can carry on with your careers. Many of you know veterans. They could be your mother, your father, your grandfather, your grandmother, and so forth. Today, just remember all the sacrifices that they made to make sure that America is America. We may not all agree with everything that is done, but at the end of the day, we come together. And I've worked with a lot of people, very diverse people in the United States military. And we all come together, and we don't always agree. But we all are fighting for a common good, and that is you and everyone around. We're fighting for your freedom of speech, your right to vote, your right to make decisions, your right to get an education, your right to be creative. And today, just take a moment out of your time and just think about all the veterans that aren't here anymore. And don't be sad, because they gave their lives willingly. They gave their lives so you can have yours. So it's not all dreary. I had a good time while I was active duty, and I wouldn't change anything. So if you see a veteran, tell them thank you. Thank you for maintaining my way of life. Thank you, Madison students. Have a great day. And don't forget, remember veterans and the ones that aren't here anymore. Have a good day.
Hello there, Madison family. My name is Tom Gromas. I'm Miss Tracy's baby brother and the uncle to Timmy, Benny, Mason, and Miles. Thank you so much for including me as a guest in your Veterans Day celebration. I served 11 years in the United States Army, 7 on active duty and 4 in the Texas National Guard. I deployed twice to Iraq for a total of 24 months. During my first tour, I lived in the city of Musaib on the Euphrates River, and part of our mission was defending the holy city of Karbala. During my second tour, I deployed to Baghdad, where I embedded with the Iraqi army, and we served together to help them grow and develop so that they could be more confident, run their own missions without American help. It was an honor and a privilege to serve in the United States Army. The very best part of it was the lifelong friends that I made and the lifelong friends that I have around the world. I also got to travel. I visited 11 countries and almost all 50 states during my service. So again, thanks for including me in your Veterans Day celebration, and thank you so much for the love and support. Go Hawks!
Thank you to our guest speakers who both for both serving our country and taking time to speak to us. Next, enjoy and sing along with Miss Land, Esta es tu tierra.
Alumnos, cada año, en noviembre, tenemos una asamblea en la Escuela Madison para celebrar los veteranos. Y cada año estamos cantando esta canción en particular, se llama Esta es tu tierra. Favor de ayudarme a cantar la canción, especialmente la parte Esta es tu tierra, si puedes recordar las palabras. Esa es tu tierra, esa es mi tierra, desde California hasta Nueva York, desde los bosques hasta los mares. Esta tierra es tuya y mía también. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. Esta tierra es tuya y mía también. Esa es tu tierra, esa es mi tierra, desde California hasta Nueva York, desde los bosques hasta los mares. Esta tierra es tuya y mía también. Cuando andaba por los caminos, vi allá en lo alto un cielo inmenso y más abajo un valle extenso. Esta tierra es tuya y mía también. Esa es tu tierra, esa es mi tierra, desde California hasta Nueva York, desde los bosques hasta los mares. Esta tierra es tuya y mía también. Esta tierra es tuya y mía también.
We will now hear from Madison students as they explain what a veteran means to them.
A veteran is a person who has served or is currently serving in our military. The military includes the Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, Marine Corps, and Space Force. It also includes the Army and Air Force National Guards, which are reserve forces to the military. So what does all this mean? It means that we have many people, both men and women, who work every day to keep our country safe. Some are stationed here in our country and can come home every day to see their families. Others are stationed overseas, where their entire family moves to stay together. And some get deployed, which means they have to leave their families for long periods of time and go to serve our country. Whatever a soldier's service looks like, they have all taken an oath to serve our people, defend our country, and preserve our freedom. Veterans Day is a day to show our veterans that we are thankful to them all for doing what they have done for us all. These brave men and women deserve to have our gratitude and our appreciation. This Veterans Day, please go out of your way to thank a veteran for their service to our country.
Hi, Madison students. Hi, Madison parents. Hi, everyone from the Madison dual language. Today I'm going to be talking about what veterans mean to me. And my name is Aurora Cruz. First, I'm going to start off with veterans are complete superheroes. And can you imagine if the veterans can't even see their own family? Because what, they're saving the planet for us? They are taking risks to save us, to save our lives. I respect the veterans very much. Sometimes they don't even get to see their family, which is kind of sad, very sad. Would you imagine if someone in your family was in the army and you wouldn't be able to see them? That would be completely sad. If I had a family member that was in the army and I wouldn't be able to see them, I'll be upset, but I'll also be happy at the same time that they're serving our country. I've always wanted to be a part of the Veterans Assembly. At least I still am, right? But the veterans, they are complete superheroes. Thank you so much, veterans, for saving our country and saving all of us. You guys have done very much dangerous things to save us. All I want to say is I love you guys, and you guys are totally amazing. Thank you so much for serving our country, and I hope you never stop. There's some people that have been young, like let's say 20, that have been in the army since they started at 20 and they ended at like 60. No matter what age you are, no matter what age you start, no matter what age you end, thank you so much for serving our country. It doesn't matter if you served for a year or two, you still served us, you know? If you were a veteran and you're not anymore, I'm still thanking you for taking the risk for us. Some of us are not even capable of doing that kind of stuff. Some of us were born thinking they would do it, and they did do it. Some of us that are in the army are very strong for doing this for us, and very kind. You guys are totally amazing, and I just love you guys. Thank you guys for being such a good part in my world. I want to just call out a guy that I know, Jonathan Gutierrez. Thank you so much for being such an amazing uncle and serving in the army. And sometimes it could be hard for some people because they don't get to see their own children. But it's okay. All I want you guys to know is I'm anyways happy if you were in the army and if you're not, because a lot of people can't even do this, which is alright, but I'm so happy we still have a lot of veterans. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for sharing what a veteran means to you. Let us sing together again. Please enjoy. Thank you, soldiers. Veterans Day is mostly to give respect to Americans living veterans. This is always important to include a moment of respect in who gave their lives for their country. Please stand and join us in a moment of silence and taps as we stand. Let us remember those who are protecting us today, both home and abroad. One last time, I'd like to say thank you to our brave men and women who have and are willing to put their lives on the line to protect our country. You are heroes. Thank you. Here's a final song to end the Madison 2020 Virtual Veterans Day Assembly.
What can you say to a hero, to someone who gives so much? What can you say to a hero, to someone who seeks lives to touch?